At the end of K-pop Demon Hunters, we think we won. Gwi-Ma is banished, the barrier seals the demon realm. Huntrix celebrates with their fans. Victory, right? But what if Gwi-Ma was never trying to break through the barrier? What if he was already here? One background fan is wearing a purple shirt with Gwi-Ma's name and face on it. Merchandise that shouldn't exist. Knowledge no civilian should have. He doesn't know who Gwi-Ma is. He doesn't even remember putting it on. Because that's not a shirt. That's proof Gwi-Ma found the loophole before his defeat. The barrier keeps demons from entering our world, but it can't remove what was already planted inside. Let me show you exactly why this matters. Throughout the entire film, one background fan appears 6 times. First concert, Huntrix shirt, pure devotion. Train platform, Huntrix merchandise, still loyal. Street scene, still there, still watching. Fan meeting, maximum exposure. Before the invasion, never misses an event. 6th appearance, always Huntrix, always dedicated. Then Gwi-Ma breaks through the barrier, demons flood Seoul, and suddenly, this fan isn't wearing Huntrix anymore. He's wearing purple metallic lettering that says Gwi-Ma, the Demon King's true name, his exact demon form printed in perfect detail. Here's the problem. The public doesn't know Gwi-Ma exists. They think the invasion was elaborate special effects, rival K-pop groups with impressive stage production. That's the official story. Civilians have never heard the name Gwi-Ma. They've never seen his true demon form. That knowledge is classified to demon hunters only. So this shirt, with the Demon King's actual name, with his precise appearance, it's impossible. You can't buy it, you can't make it. The information to create it doesn't exist in the human world. Unless it manifested from somewhere else. Did this fan change clothes during a demon apocalypse? Did he suddenly decide to support the villain while people were dying? No. The shirt appeared on him. Think of Jujutsu Kaisen. When Sukuna takes over Yuji's body, tattoos instantly manifest on his skin. Black marks that show who's in control. They're not drawn on. They appear from within. This is exactly what happened here. The purple Gwi-Ma shirt isn't clothing. It's spiritual corruption manifesting physically. It's the Demon King's signature appearing on his chosen vessel. And watch what happens when Gwi-Ma gets banished back to the demon realm. The exact second Gwi-Ma disappears back to the demon realm, this fan grabs his collar and tears the shirt off. Not carefully, violently, desperately. Underneath, his original Huntrix merchandise. Then he blends back into the celebrating crowd, like nothing happened, like he doesn't even remember the last hour. Because he doesn't. Okay, here's how it works. Think of this fan as a receiver. Think of Gwi-Ma as the signal. When Gwi-Ma was physically in our world, signal at full strength. The receiver lights up, purple shirt appears, connection active. When Gwi-Ma gets banished to the demon realm, signal cuts out, the receiver goes dark. Shirt tears off, connection lost. This is automatic, biological. His body responding to demonic frequency without his conscious mind knowing it. But here's the thing about receivers. They don't forget the frequency. That fan is still tuned to Gwi-Ma's channel, still calibrated to his spiritual wavelength, still waiting for the signal to return. The connection isn't gone, it's dormant. And this is where it gets perfect. In Jujutsu Kaisen, barriers detect and block based on cursed energy signatures. They're designed to stop external threats, cursed spirits trying to cross into protected areas. But they have a flaw. They're not designed to scan humans for internal contamination. The new barrier in K-pop Demon Hunters works the same way. It seals the demon realm, blocks demons from crossing over, scans for external demonic energy trying to breach the seal. But this fan was marked during those concerts, before the invasion even started. Gwi-Ma knew he'd eventually be banished, knew the hunters would rebuild the barrier, or he wanted to have a backup plan. So he marked this fan weeks earlier. Each concert appearance was another layer of spiritual marking, building up, preparing him. When the hunters activated the barrier after Gwi-Ma's defeat, the barrier detected 0 demons trying to cross over. Because Gwi-Ma wasn't trying to cross over anymore. He was already inside a human. The barrier scanned, found nothing, declared victory. Meanwhile, Gwi-Ma's essence walks around Seoul completely invisible to every defense they have. The barrier isn't broken. It's just designed to stop the wrong threat. It's the oldest trick in warfare, the Trojan horse. The Greeks couldn't breach Troy's walls for 10 years. Every attack failed, so they changed tactics. They built a wooden horse, hid soldiers inside, and offered it as a gift. Troy brought their own destruction through the gates, because the walls were designed to keep armies out, not to check what was already inside. That's exactly what Gwi-Ma did. The hunters built a barrier to keep him out. They're scanning the skies for demon invasions, watching for cracks in the seal. But the threat isn't outside anymore. He's in the front row of their next concert, screaming their names, wearing their merchandise. And here's the perfect irony. The barrier is protecting him. The very defense keeping Gwi-Ma out is also keeping his vessel safe inside Seoul, shielding him from detection, making sure no external force can interfere. The hunters built the perfect prison, but they locked themselves inside with the monster. So why this fan specifically? Because Gwi-Ma didn't just mark one person. He planted seeds throughout Seoul, multiple fans at multiple concerts. But this one was perfect. 6 concert appearances equals maximum spiritual exposure. Each appearance was another layer of marking, building up, preparing him. Pure devotion to Huntrix equals emotional vulnerability. His love, his obsession, his openness, it all made him the perfect receiver for demonic energy. And during the invasion, this fan isn't just anywhere in Seoul. He's walking near Mira, the Black Tortoise Guardian, the one with the cursed bloodline. That's not coincidence. That's positioning. Most of the seeds Gwi-Ma planted never took root. But this one? Perfect compatibility, perfect placement, perfect timing. By the 6th concert, the mark was complete, just waiting for the invasion to activate it. In Korean shamanism, there's something called a mamju, a governing spirit that claims a human host. Once a mamju selects you, you belong to them. Even if the spirit leaves temporarily, the door never fully closes. You're marked forever. This fan has become Gwi-Ma's mamju vessel. The shirt tearing wasn't freedom. It was the Demon King going into sleep mode, installing a back door in the system, waiting for the right moment to reactivate. Right now, this fan is living normally in Seoul, inside the barrier, protected by it even. He probably has purple dreams he doesn't understand, knows things he shouldn't know. Sometimes his reflection looks different for just a second, but he doesn't know he's a time bomb. Doesn't know the countdown has already started. And here's what makes this devastating. This fan genuinely loved Huntrix. His devotion was pure. His support was real. He attended every concert, bought every piece of merchandise. His love for them was probably one of the best things in his life. And Gwi-Ma took that love, that beautiful, innocent fandom, and corrupted it into a weapon, turned his greatest joy into his coming destruction. When the transformation happens, when Gwi-Ma takes full control, this innocent fan won't just lose his body, He'll become the weapon that destroys what he loved most. Imagine being trapped in your own mind, watching your hands attack the idols you worshipped, hearing your voice speak demon prophecies, feeling your body channel dark magic against the heroes you cheered for. That's not just possession. That's the cruelest irony imaginable. Your biggest fan becomes your biggest threat. Here's exactly how KPDH2 opens. Huntrix is performing at their comeback concert. The crowd is massive. Everyone's celebrating the return of peace. Camera pans across the front row. And there he is. Same fan, older now, maybe different haircut, but same Huntrix shirt, same devoted expression, singing every word. Then, the barrier flickers. Just for a second, his eyes flash purple. He stops singing. His face goes completely blank. Everyone around him is still cheering, but he's standing frozen. Purple marks start spreading up his neck. Not a shirt this time, his actual body changing. The girl next to him notices, "Hey, are you okay?" He turns to her, and when he opens his mouth, Gwi-Ma's voice comes out.
Did you really think banishment would stop me? I've been here all along. In your audience, in your front row, in your biggest fan. Purple flames erupt from his body. The entire front section of the concert starts screaming, and the Huntrix realize in that moment that they didn't win at all. They just delayed. 6 appearances, 1 purple shirt, 0 memory of wearing it. Gwi-Ma didn't lose the war. He just changed tactics. Why break through barriers when you can already be inside? Why fight the hunters when you can hide in their biggest supporter? Why destroy from outside when you can corrupt from within? The barrier works perfectly. Nothing can get in. But the Demon King doesn't need to get in. He found the loophole before his defeat. He's already here, walking around Seoul, buying Huntrix merchandise, attending concerts, behind every defense, protected by the very barrier meant to stop him. One trigger away from waking up. This fan represents everyone who gets too close to forces they don't understand, who thinks they're just enjoying entertainment, not realizing they're standing in a spiritual battlefield. We spent the whole movie worrying about barriers and seals, about demon invasions and mystical defenses. But while we were watching the heroes fight, the real threat was hiding in the crowd, wearing a shirt that shouldn't exist, carrying knowledge he shouldn't have. The walls that keep monsters out also keep monsters in. Gwi-Ma isn't coming. He never left.